The day has come, the letter is here that tells me how much I can water my lawn. But before we get into it, make sure to hit the like button, telling the YouTube gods this video is worth something. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and let's buckle up and get into it. Every time I've talked about this in past videos, it raises some questions on how exactly the irrigation works on my property, so let's unpack that a little bit. I have two water lines coming into my property, one for the house, the main, and a secondary line that is only for irrigation, in my case, my lawn. Eventually we'd like to have a garden and some more plants and trees and all that kind of stuff, but we'll get there. For right now, it's just the lawn. That secondary line is maintained and owned by a private company that oversees a lot of the irrigation in and around my area. You pay X amount of dollars, one set price for the entire season, year, whatever you want to call it, and in theory, you should be able to water however much you want. But because we're in a drought susceptible state, there tends to be water restrictions put into place just so that we can irrigate responsibly and we're not just dumping water all over the place and it getting wasted. So every year they send out that magical letter informing everyone that buys those water rights, or those shares as they call it, telling you how much, how often you can water. This year, here are the water restrictions and general rules. No watering between the hours of 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. I feel like that's kind of common knowledge and that's kind of just a general rule of thumb, but they state it nonetheless. Furthermore, they're saying we are asking our customers to limit watering lawns to 3 days a week, 20 minutes for pop-up sprayers, and 40 minutes for rotators and drip systems. My first year on this property, it was limited to 2 times a week, 15 minutes per zone. It's not a lot of water to be able to try and keep something alive. It was hence the reason the lawn died. We killed off the rest and replanted. This year, again, 3 days a week and 40 minutes for rotators. That's why I went to the MP rotators. And your typical statements: do not let water run off property, and please turn off your sprinkler systems if it's raining or expected rain is in the forecast. I should also note that last year it was only 20 minutes per zone. This year it's just a general statement of 40 minutes for rotators. They're not splitting it up by zone, so what's the translation of that? On all, this is good news. We've been getting lots of rain. I think it's been raining for the past 2 weeks straight, actually, and we've had really good snow up in the mountains, so that snow melt should fill up the reservoirs. We should be set for a good spring and summer and be able to irrigate our lawns, gardens, trees, plants, shrubs, all that good stuff, and not have a problem doing it. So it's looking pretty good. There was a break in the rain, but looks like more clouds are coming in and covering up the mountains again. It was blue skies and sunny, and now more clouds and rain are rolling in. Castle Lake alive and well in front of the house because of all the rain, and look, a little bit of blue sky, but I don't think that's going to last long. As far as the state of the lawn is concerned, there's no snow on it, but it is pretty dormant, although, I mean, for winter, decent color. And some fiber internet put in, so they're digging up the lawn, which will be fun to repair and fix in the spring, throughout the summer, and into the fall. And look at what's making a triumphant return into the yard. The Star of Bethlehem really thriving in the landscape bed here. So those will all be fun problems to fix for this season. Mist is starting to come down. Not raining yet, but it's coming. I can see it way up there past the McMansion, up into the mountains, so it's on its way. But this is the first chance I've had to come out here and take a look at the lawn because it's been buried in snow, and it's looking pretty rough back here. I have suspicions of critters running around underneath the ground, so we're gonna have to investigate that. But what do you expect for a lawn that's been covered in snow for a good month or so? Yeah, it's turf, kids. Got some work to do in the spring for sure. And check this out. You can see where the magical Ryan North seed got into the landscape bed there, so we'll have to correct that. Hopefully the trees will grow back in the spring and they didn't die. Time will tell. Hopefully we can finish this project right here, creating some nice walking paths up to here and up through here and putting in our garden beds. That's hopefully this spring. How do you think the lawn looks right now? Good, bad, ugly? Don't talk about it. What do you think?
I think it looks pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
High five. There it is. There's the water restrictions and the general rules for the 2024 season. I'm curious if anybody else has this secondary water system set up on their property. What are the rules, regulations, all that kind of stuff that you have to follow? Let me know in the comment section below. Broken thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Keep on keeping on, and I will catch you in the next one.